Salman Anis Soz, political and social activist. Nizamuddin Bhatt Sahab of the PDP. General Jaswal, former Army Commander, Northern Command. And Ashok Pandit, a proud Kashmiri and a filmmaker and a social activist. Thank you very much, gentlemen. General Jaswal, isn't it quite sad that the Chief Minister was nowhere there? In fact, the entire senior political class was not there at the wreath-laying ceremony of these 5 martyrs.
It is indeed very, very sad because if in case the Chief Minister had previous engagements which he couldn't have cancelled, quite possible, at least his senior ministers should have come and at least been present for the wreath-laying ceremony. And I think that absence was very conspicuous and it was not warranted. This was a sensational attack where we lost 5 people. And I think these people, you should understand, they come from all over the country, they come to a state, die for the state, and the state does not recognize. Hello?
Go on,
Can
sir.
you hear me?
We can hear you, General.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. They come all from all over the country to die in this state, to bring in a conducive environment, and once they sacrifice themselves, senior politicians over there or senior administrative functionaries don't make it convenient to come and at least pay a wreath at the wreath-laying ceremony.
Totally. I think the saddest part is, General, that Omar Abdullah is forced almost later, Ashok Pandit. He seems to have been forced. When he starts getting criticized by the media, he's forced to make a rushed appearance at the airport. Many people feel rather than be forced, don't go. But that's an insult that you chose not to go and you rushed to the airport only to save your face.
Media made him guilty, made him feel guilty. That, he should have been there. One thing is very important, Arnab, for our politicians to understand, especially the state government and people who are ruling in Delhi, that if Omar Abdullah is alive, he's alive only because of this Jawan. If the Prime Minister is alive, he's alive only because of this Jawan who has died. If the President of this India, if this nation is alive, is only because of this Jawan who has died. It is very important.
If all of us, I would say, the point you are making here is that these Jawans are sacrificing their lives for the entire country.
Your borders are protected.
Yep.
And what is more shameful today for the state chief minister is that he passed an order saying that they should move around with lathis. If Omar Abdullah can move around openly without the security in the state, then he should have said that CRPF Jawans should have moved with lathi. You cannot fight a terrorist with lathi. You cannot fight a gun with lathi. What kind of nation are we living in and what kind of country we are living in, Arnab? It's shameful. Look at those families, they're crying, they're weeping. Look at this wife, the wife of the Jawan who's weeping. How long are we going to see the families crying? How long are we going to see the dead bodies coming back into Delhi, into their homes? Are we so attuned or are we so used to seeing dead bodies and people of the families crying? Or are we become so insensitive that it doesn't affect us? Our Home Minister today was laughing in the Parliament. He was saying in 1993, I went with Rahul Gandhi and had ice cream in Lal Chowk. What does this mean?
What's the relevance of
What is the relevance? What does it mean to say there is no seriousness in the Parliament? If our Parliament is not serious about a Jawan, today for the first time you have seen that this ordinary Jawans spoke against the system. It has never happened.
Can I ask you, Nizamuddin Bhatt, a simple question? Who was there from the PDP today at the wreath-laying ceremony?
You see, it is the protocol of the state government.
Protocol.
It is their obligation. We have already condemned the incident, and our heart goes to bereaved families. That was what we actually were desired to do, and we have done our job. We feel for them. As an opposition party, I am with you. I am with you to lay the onus on the Chief Minister that he should have fulfilled his protocol.
Sir, if a Jawan dies, if a Jawan is killed in a Fidaian attack, is it not the duty of the opposition party, who is also a part and parcel of the system of the state, to not bother about protocols? It's the death of a Jawan who's protecting you, who's seeing to that you're alive, to go on their own.
Nizamuddin Bhatt, reply please.
What protocols are we talking about?
Don't trust anything. Whatever one could do, anybody in India, beyond a chief minister, whose protocol it is to be part of a function, part of a ceremony.
It's not a function.
A replaying ceremony.
It's not a ceremony. It's not a function. It's a condolence.
It's his obligation. But
Sir, it's not an event.
Anybody at a distance is under an obligation to mourn and express condolences.
No, but Mr. Bhatt,
and also
Mr. Bhatt,
that of condemning.
Mr. Bhatt, my question is, I hope not, but I get a sense. I thought today that all of Kashmir's political leaders would line up outside to pay their respects, because these people came from Tamil Nadu, from Jharkhand, from Madhya Pradesh, left their families, these young men. They died fighting the terrorists who have been sent from Pakistan. Is it politically risky today? Salman Soz, is it politically risky? Is it politically risky to honor martyrs?
Or a home minister.
Yes, Salman.
Can I say something?
Yes, Salman.
Okay. First of all, I think as a citizen, I do feel that the Chief Minister should have gone. Perhaps because of the volatile situation out here, he was not able to, but he would be best placed to answer this question. And the rest of the political leadership as well. This question can be posed to
Why
them.
didn't they go?
Because let's face it, I mean...
Why didn't they go?
Let's face it, I mean... Can I just say a few words, and then you can question me more. Our political leadership is also protected by CRPF Jawans and members of the J&K police. So I think they should certainly answer these questions. Is it politically risky? I can tell you that look at me. I mean, I'm a Kashmiri. I can tell you that what I see out here. People out here, we're not animals out here. We feel death here. So these 5 members who were slain yesterday, we know how tragic it is for their families, those who have been left behind, kids, mothers.
Why did nobody go for the? Why did the Chief Minister? Salman, please tell me why did the Chief Minister skip the wreath-laying ceremony? A very focused point today. There has to be a reason. I want to know what you think is the reason. Don't dodge it by saying you should ask him.
I'm not dodging. I'm not dodging anything, Arnab. I'm just saying that he is best placed to answer this question. Maybe there is there was a major emergency. Who knows? I have no idea. You should ask him. But I'm just saying that people...
And no senior minister of the state government?
Because we have death here too. Every day we have,
I am asking here today that, the Chief Minister is the constitutional head of the state and represents the people and their sentiments. And therefore, I'm not asking for too much. These are people who have voluntarily gone and they're not people who have been shot. They're sitting ducks out there. And when your chief minister can cry in the assembly or other issues, when he can debate Afzal Guru for 2 to 3 days non-stop and witness, this tamasha in the assembly, why is there no resolution today, a strong discussion on the manner in which these martyrs were killed and whether they should be allowed to be sitting ducks?
I have a reason. I know why.
I think... question about whether this is politically risky.
Yeah.
Being a human being, being a human being, being a decent person can never be politically risky.